So I'm very pleased to introduce our speaker today. Our theme this year has been Empowering Cosmic Love. And this is very much in line with what Grace will be sharing today. We all know here at Inner Light, it's a basic metaphysical truth. It's widespread now in our society that we know life doesn't end when the physical body drops away. Life continues. And for people with an open heart and a receptive mind, they're able to stay in communication with those who passed. Mystics throughout the ages from all traditions have spoken of this great ability. And our speaker today, Grace Elizabeth, is one of these remarkable people. She's also my friend and colleague. She is a yoga, well-known now coming to be yoga instructor, just starting her own yoga school, Ecstatic Yoga. I'm honored to be on the teaching faculty of that school. She's also written many books. She channels and has written many, many books. Longtime student of the Course in Miracles, has been speaking with Toastmasters and also through the Unity Church. She's been speaking there for many years. And she's going to share part 2 of her story. She spoke here a few months ago, and her title of her talk was Stairway to Heaven, and today it's Stairway to Heaven Part 2, where she continues to share the remarkable journey with her son, John. So please help me in welcoming Bonnie Grace.
Thank you so much. I love Bonnie Grace.
Grace Elizabeth.
Grace Elizabeth. Thank you, Inner Light, so much for inviting me to speak today. So grateful that you're all here. So wonderful. Thank you, Sally. Sally is one of the teachers at the Ecstatic Yoga. I'm so grateful to have her as my best friend, one of my many best friends. One's in the back there. I love the center, and I love the beings of light that it attracts. So ascending the stairway to heaven. Does anyone here know what dowsing rods are? Everyone knows what dowsing rods. I am so excited because I forgot my rods. I had them, but I forgot them. And they spin around. They're metal rods, if you don't know. You hold in your hands, and they spin around. And they're very magical, because they can detect when there's water. They can also detect energy. And they demonstrate that when you're in a state of love and happiness, your energy field is more expanded than when you're in a state of fear and holding grievances and sad. They actually show that when you're really happy and you're full of love, your energy field can fill an entire room. Amazing. I was visiting my negative Nancy friend at the nursing home.
That's a weird.
And she was telling me about a woman at the home who was always happy and whom everyone loved. Nancy did not particularly take a fondness to Anne. Anne was always full of love. As I left Nancy, I passed a woman in the hall, beaming with smiles and love, and I immediately knew it was Anne. And without even saying one word, Anne never said a word to me, but she was a great teacher. Both women were in very similar circumstances, living in a nursing home for the remaining days of their life. One was doom and gloom, and one was boundless love. I believe that love is the greatest power in the universe. Love is what makes this world go around. And they say that love and forgiveness heal, and that holding grievances is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Heard that.
There's a story of a Native American grandmother, and she was telling her granddaughter that there are two wolves inside of every human being, the wolf of love and the wolf of hate. And these wolves are at war inside every human being at all times. And the granddaughter asks, well, which wolf wins the war? The grandmother replies, the one you feed. When it comes to our state of mind, we are never a victim. Inner peace and happiness are ever-present possibilities within. We can always have the freedom to choose love and fear. We can always be greater than our circumstances. And happiness is truly an inside job. However, sometimes we have challenging circumstances, and they spiral us down into despair. And then we wonder why everything in our life is falling apart. And maybe it's because everything in our thinking is falling into negativity, attracting like vibrations, similar to tuning forks that invite all nearby objects of similar frequencies to sing along with them. My beloved son John is my best friend. We talk every day. We have hiked to mountain peaks together. We've read books together. He always wins at chess. I've never won a game with him. We have put on events for human rights and for poverty. We have laughed together. We have cried together. When my beloved son John passed, I was devastated. 25 years young, just received his master's degree in finance on the International Golden Key Honor Society. Had just been recognized in Washington, D.C. for his One World Community global movement for peace to end war, poverty, and slavery, peaceful, thriving, and free world for all. I was so shattered that for 3 years, I didn't open mail. I didn't file my taxes. I didn't watch TV or listen to music. I didn't get on social media. I didn't go to the dentist. I didn't cut my hair. Many times I wanted to die and join him in his dimension. And my external environment reflected my low negative vibration. A fire burned the inside of my house. My car was totaled. I lost money. I lost properties. I lost friends. I lost my hair. And my rental properties were closed for meth contamination. Hundreds of rats took residence in the home. Sewage backed up in one of the basements. A sewer line collapsed on the property. Shit literally hitting the fan. And shortly after, my mom was dying of cancer. I was still grieving John and now grieving my mother's imminent passing. And one day on a walk in the forest, feeling very distraught, John spoke to me loud and clear. And he told me, "Mamas, do you know that you can choose peace now?" That moment was the beginning of my ascent up the stairway to heaven, rising to higher and higher states of mind, no longer poisoning my energy field with petty grievances. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't always easy. Sometimes I faked it until I made it. I smiled just because I could. Just smiled. And when anxiety and panic and dread hit me, which it did, and often, I used gratitude, repeating thank you, thank you, thank you, over and over and over and over again, until like a flower, I bloomed out of the dark mud and into the light. I believe nothing opposes the light. Scientists say darkness has no source. It is simply the absence of light. Inner peace and happiness are ever-present possibilities within us all that can never be threatened. John tells me, Mamas, you'll never find heaven in the past. You will never find heaven in the future. Yet heaven is always here now. Always here now. I invite you to step into your full power, joining me in raising our thoughts to higher and higher states of love, peace, and joy. True wealth. Why not expand your energy field to fill an entire room? At this time of conflict in the world, I believe committing to our own inner peace is the greatest act we can do to promote world peace. Like attracts like. And as we raise our vibrations to peace, we invite the entire world to match our high vibe. Inner peace, outer peace. Be the change you want to see in the world. Join me in ascending the stairway to heaven. Standing vigilantly at the doorway of our minds. One master, feeding only the wolf of love. Listening to only one voice inside our mind. The voice of peace. John tells me every day, Mamas, you will always get more of what you focus on. And I'd like to read this channeling from John. This is fresh off the press last night, handwritten. We are all strong and can control our emotions and reactions by turning to the truth within us, to dissolve from us all that is not love. Not in love, for love, with love, as love. God's love, my love, your love. There is nothing other than love. This one statement offers complete and absolute freedom from all insanity of the world. Complete release from all ego and all pain and all suffering. This one statement, there is nothing other than love, can heal the entire world offers perfect peace globally to all and universally, because we are all one. The law of love is a universal law, and it applies to every dimension of every time period. It applies to every species, every life ever lived, of every lifetime, every possibility, every song that has ever been sung, every dawn that has ever opened a new day, a new self, a new life, a new reality, a new awareness. Letting go of the responsibilities and dictates of the world, all the people and projects and social activities, social medias, all medias, nighttime lineups of TV shows, can allow for a purging of the consciousness, where you are able to sink more deeply into your own infinite, all-loving self. Into all you have loved, all those you have loved. All love and the God of your understanding. God is beyond all mental understanding and comprehension. At some point in every soul's path of existence, they come to a moment and realize God is a direct experience. A direct experience of fully living this present moment deeply. Solid in your knowing that in each sacred moment, it is simply your infinite soul power peering into whatever externally arises from within, now to bless and love, cherish and delight, move and inspire and provoke joy for you now. Looking out, peering through your own eyes as a soul, an expression of love, a physical expression, similar to when someone gives you a rose, someone who loves you. This moment is a similar gift, each moment. Bottom line, my friends, there is no other way to be graced a direct experience other than resting the mind in silent stillness. Alert present moment awareness, exploding the openness of your heart space to deeper and deeper levels of the self. In other words, putting the pound on the pavement, being in the court, in the game, the rubber to the road, being in action with your spiritual practices that assist stillness within the consciousness. It is time now to put all our spiritual study into practice, regardless of your spiritual path, your religion, or what spot on Mother Earth your mother birthed you, regardless of your DNA traits. Living on the court, on the mat, practice. All that is required to attain a direct experience of that source, creator, God of your understanding is to spend some single, pointed, undistracted time with that God, with that self. still of mind, presently alert to the conscious awareness underneath that which is not still, the waves and disturbances, the thoughts and emotions. And so we will begin a 8-minute meditation, sitting in a nice comfortable position and gently and kindly closing your eyes. And allow your awareness to dive inward as you remove your awareness from the outer world, all the worries and concerns, the responsibilities, and simply dive into stillness, knowing that all those things will be back when you need them. And taking this time to allow the mind to enter into silent stillness where the thoughts can be still. And I invite you, if thinking arises during this meditation, to simply label it thinking and dismiss it kindly and gently and return back into the heart, back into the stillness, the silence, the pure conscious awareness of this moment. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly, to that lower belly. Feeling the support of the earth, the seat underneath you, the earth underneath you. Safe and supported, here now. Taking this time to be with God, the divine within yourself, that is one with the Creator Source.
There is a space
Affirming deeply,
that exists with us
you are an extension of this source
and
in direct likeness.
where angels sing on rays of light. On rays of light.
Like a beam of sun,
Love pours forth. Love pours forth. Love pours forth from the heart of the universe.
you are one with the heart of the universe. Fully graced in its likeness.
There is a space that exists with us and around us, where angels sing on rays of light. On rays of light, and love pours forth. Love pours forth. Love pours forth from the heart of the universe.
You are the pure, innocent love of Source, sustained by Source in each moment, infinite in nature, There's nowhere you are not.
There is a space that exists with us and around us, where angels sing on rays of light, on rays of light, and love pours forth, love pours forth, love pours forth from the heart of the universe.
Basking in your own sacred heart. That heart that is always with you, never fails. One with God, the God of your understanding.
From the heart of the universe.
How intimately can you connect with yourself, the heart of the universe? Your own precious heart. That self that will be there with you before time, before this life, after this life. It will never leave. That sacred presence that is you. Take time to send that heart love. Embrace it fully. Basking in your own grace, your own self-love that is one with your Creator, Source.
There is a space that exists with us and around us, where angels sing on rays of light, on rays of light, and love pours forth, love pours forth,
Let that love pour forth for yourself,
love pours forth,
for your God, which is one.
heart of the universe. From the heart of the universe.
Basking with gratitude in your own self-love, your own sacred heart. Let that love be unending.
From the heart of the universe.
In the end, we are all sovereign. We are all autonomous. We are all alone within ourselves, one in God and all that is. It all dwells within through the sacred self. And gently and kindly coming back, breathing into that belly, thanking the self, the divine, magnificent self that dwells within you, that has no end, no limit to its power, and its true nature is pure, unconditional love, wholly innocent, wholly one in God, as God, with God, for God. That is how holy and sacred you are. The love, the soul that animates through the temporary body, that is also sacred, yet temporary. Opening your eyes gently and kindly, coming back. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Grace, for your beautiful, beautiful message. I getting so many revelations through the whole thing. So I just thank you for that beautiful message, and just beautiful.